What's going on, gamers? I am DBMgamer, and today I've got, well, more than the news that Bungie had, thankfully. So before I jump into it, I've got some shoutouts to give. Now I want to give a shout out to LND Light, Into the Dark Zone, and Seabay and Handsome Dragon for also following me on Twitter. First and foremost on the list has to be this, Destinycon. Now the final details of Destinycon were nailed down. We have a place, the Florida State Fairgrounds in Tampa, Florida. Now we also have a date, which is August 27th of this year. I think that's the last Saturday in that month, but as we get closer to that event, I'll discuss what will be going down and who's from Destiny community will probably be there. Now the biggest thing now is, how will it be funded? It's not cheap to rent a space in the fairgrounds, and for the first one, it was a bit of spur of the moment, and the streamer Gathalion actually paid for it out of his own pockets. So this time around, we're going to try and share the load with simply this official shirt of the convention. Now by buying one of these, you're helping share the cost of the event, and that to me is really fair. Now Gathalion will run these shirts for about 2 to 3 weeks in a campaign, a few times, because you can't run them up for so long on Teespring. But if you're interested in picking up a shirt, I will leave that link in the description box. Now, on the last news update, I did say that Bungie was working on their Twitch studio. Now, the first thing that they will air from it will actually be a ride-along event on March 2nd. Now, in case you don't know what a ride-along is, it's simply this. They give a guided tour of an explorable area with lead designers and artists that help create the terrain. Now, they have done this for all of the explorable areas but one, the Dreadnought. So there will be a guided tour of the landscape of why things look the way they look and the decisions that went into making them. Now, it doesn't sound like it's that interesting, but it's actually very fascinating stuff. Now for this particular ride-along, they will have senior artist Andrew Hops and senior designer Brian Frank. So when March 2nd rolls around, if you want to check that out, head over to Bungie's Twitch page. Now after that, they will have a meeting of a few of the audio guys who did all the sound. And once again, this will be more interesting than it sounds, but now really on to the fun stuff. If you guys remember the last Iron Banner that was ripped, I gave you guys some simple tips from a good friend of mine in Resolute. Well, Bungie has put a price on Team Resolute's head. Yeah, that's right. In March, we will be the Bungie bounty, and it will be streamed on Bungie's channel. Now, we're still figuring out which 6 guys we're going to have for it, but you can almost bet that my man Sixtrez will be one of them. So with Iron Banner still going on, last night I got a really odd roll on the sniper rifle that's available at the Whaler's March. This one fell with short gaze and hand laid stock. Now I had almost max stability. This thing sits at like 86 on the stability rating. I had a few instances of being in a panic with a Stormcaller floating at me, and I could reliably land 2 body shots to put him down before he got to me. So if you have one of these drop with those particular 2 perks on it, you might want to give it a whirl before you break it down. Now lastly, I have one other t-shirt to check out. Now, this one comes from a good friend of mine, Captain Twaz, who says the thing that we all still do. Yes, I still play Destiny. Maybe not as often, and when the Division launches, maybe I'll take a break from it, but the statement still rings true. Yes, I still do play Destiny. Now, if you want to pick up more of these shirts, I'll leave that link also in the description box. But guys, I am out of here. I've got some more Iron Banner to grind, but if you like this type of content, just hit the like button, or leave a comment, or if you just want to see some more, hit that subscribe button. But as always guys, have a good one.